no, I don't. Tammy.
Hey guys,
What's
welcome
up?
back to our channel. Another episode of Girls Corner. It's your girl Ming.
And I'm Snob.
And on today's episode, we're going to be giving you an introduction of us personally. We realize you guys don't really know us on a more personal level, and you may have questions and you don't want to know about how we started and how we became friends and how Girls Corner even came about. So if you want to know more of that, keep on watching. So how me and Snob met. We met in the 7th grade, which was about 15 years ago.
Holy moly!
It seems so long ago, but time flies. Like,
funny how time flies when you're having fun. Like Janet Jackson said.
We got in a lot of trouble, bitch. I know I did.
Oh my God.
I know I got in a lot of trouble.
Y'all, we'll say that story for another time, Linnell.
I got in a lot of trouble being her friend.
Linnell did not play games with me, okay? She could not be around me for a long time. I didn't even do anything, but you could not be around me for a long time. It was like I was a bad friend. Okay, that's neither here nor there, but yeah, anyways.
So anyway, we met in the 7th grade, and what happened was I moved to the same district she was in, and we met in the 7th grade, and 2 years later I moved again, and I moved all the way to Indiana. I would never move back to Indiana. Sorry, it's boring. It's nothing there for me. I just can't. Like, my parents still live there. She was done with school and moved back to the other side, Illinois. Yeah. So I moved to Indiana, and I went to Maryville High School. I left like the end of my freshman year, and me and Sade, or Snob, we still kept in contact, even though, you know, we weren't in the same school anymore. We didn't live by each other. We still kept in contact, and, you know, we still remain best friends. Like, that's what best friends do. So fast forward, I went on to graduate high school. I went to college, and I decided to go to Columbia College, Chicago, and I lived on campus. I went for one semester.
Not a year.
Not a year, not 2 years.
A semester.
Bitch, a semester, because listen. And I moved in on the second part. Like, I moved in the winter time. Not the summer when everybody usually moves in the fall to go to school. I moved in the winter, so I was moving in the cold ass wind, snow, all that shit. So that was cool. But then I still was able to live downtown in the spring as well. So it was nice. I enjoyed my time there, but I went to school there for fashion design. 2 reasons why I left. One, it was super expensive. I spent over $16K for one semester, and for that much, that's usually how people pay that much for, you know, maybe a year or 2 years or all 4 years, depending on what, you know, school you go to, university, community college, whatever. But art schools are really expensive. So I mean, yeah. So anyway, I always had a plan B if I didn't end up following through with fashion design, or I decided, you know, I wanted to give it a break and come back to it later on in life, then my plan B would be something in the beauty industry. So I decided to go to Hall Mitchell. I went to school for aesthetics. If you guys don't know what aesthetics is, it's literally you are body waxing, it's facial, skincare, all that jazz, and they touch on a little bit of makeup. I was more passionate about being a makeup artist, and I love to play in makeup. I've loved it ever since I was a kid, so it's something that I really, really love to do. Like, it didn't feel like work. It was just fun for me to do. So fast forward, I was working at Nordstrom, and I really wanted to apply for a makeup counter, but they weren't hiring at the time. And, you know, it just made me really, like, sad. Like, you know, that's always something I really wanted to do. Everybody's, like, go-to was to really just get a job at MAC. Like, that was, like, the queen bee. Like, if you worked at MAC, like, you was lit. So I ended up working in a regular department at Nordstrom, and one day I came across this company that I used to work for, this agency, and it was a makeup agency, and I ended up reaching out to them to see if I could, you know, how can I apply to work for you guys. And I got an interview. I did my interview. I got hired right on the spot, and, you know, it was exciting. But I did not quit my full-time job at Nordstrom. I decided I still needed to, you know, feel comfortable financially to be able to take that step. So I remember one weekend I decided that I was going to, you know, work at the agency for one weekend, and I made a lot of money. Like, I feel like I made more money working in those couple of days than just working, you know, at Nordstrom, because you work on commission, you know, and your hourly pay is not so good, but the commission is what you make of it. Like, you have to really hustle to make good ass checks, you know, on commission. So, and which I was good at, but it's just like, I feel like I was overworked, and it wasn't for me. Like, retail is not for everybody. So I decided to work at the agency. I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna work there, you know, full time, and see how it goes. So I didn't even put in my 2 weeks at Nordstrom.
I remember when you did that.
I said, bitch, fuck y'all, I'm out. Love you, Nordstrom, but I gotta go. Sis is out. Okay? So I left, and I ended up working at the agency full time. I took a leap of faith and just did the damn thing, because I was scared as hell. I didn't know how I was gonna pay this, pay that. Like, I just did it. And sometimes in life you have to really just take a leap of faith and just do it. Don't wait for nobody. Don't wait for,
and it may be slow in the beginning.
Yeah, but it's gonna pick up. It's gonna happen. You have to put the work in. You have to be passionate about it, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And that's just with anything in life. Like, I can't believe in you if you don't believe in your damn self. Like, I can't push you to do this X, Y, and Z. And I have people in my life like that. Y'all need to get it together. Anyway, I can't push you to do what you need to do for your business, if you want to be an entrepreneur. I can't do it for you. You have to want to do it for yourself, and then I can support you. Then I can fully say, yes, let me help you. Let me give you the tips and tricks and tools that I learned to help you, because I'm not going to give you free game if you ain't doing shit with it. So, period. So I ended up working there full time. I worked there for 5 years. I had a great experience. Some worse than better, but you know, whatever. I learned a lot working there business wise, and I gained a lot of exposure and clientele. But I decided 2 years ago that it was time for me to leave and venture off and, you know, start my own wave, start my own business, be my own boss, and have my own name out there, instead of being up under somebody else and, you know, having to.
Should be the end all goal. Like, if you're always, I just feel like bosses, if you have people working under you, you should always want that person to
level up,
like, go, and then you should be proud, like, damn, I helped them do this. Like, you know what I'm saying, I played a part in their life at a certain time, and look at them now. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what I helped. Like, because you, like, help create that person and help create, like, what they're doing now. So, like, everybody should, like, all bosses should feel like bossy for doing that for other people. Is just like, like, I don't know, it's just like an amazing thing when people just go out on their own and just do their own thing. I just think it's cool.
And it comes with a lot being an entrepreneur and a boss. Like, it's not all peaches and cream. It's not all glitz and glamour. Like, just, you know, making your space cute and, you know, doing your job. Like, it's a lot more to the business side. It's a lot of fees. It's a lot of things that go into owning a business. It's not cheap. Shit gets expensive, especially when you have to renew things. Yeah, so you may have to pay for shit that you don't want to pay for, but you have to do it, because that's how you're going to be successful and have, you know, be able to set the tone for other people to be able to come along to your team and, you know, open up more businesses as time goes on. I am in my business for 2 years. I am trademarks. I own my name. You know, that's very important. You want to definitely get your name trademarked if you own a business, because somebody can easily just take your name and then there's nothing you can do about it. You have to create a whole nother
I seen
business.
somebody do that before Instagram.
We're not gonna say names.
She was into this bitch and she bought her name. It's like, bitch, I own you. That was the funniest shit ever. But yeah, that was like fucking 4 or 5 years ago.
It is what it is, but that's why it's very important that you have to take that step. And
because people can be really fucked up and like, let me see if this bitch even own her name.
But it's not really fucked up in a way, because if you think about it, it's up for grabs. It's not yours.
Yeah.
So it's.
But if you into it with somebody, you can't do that. And that's just some petty shit. Like, you into it with a bitch and. But let me see if okay, I'm gonna buy her shit, and now, bitch, you can't use that. That's what she did.
I'm thinking you're talking about.
No, it was her brand, just so like being the artist, and you didn't trademark your shit. You was into it with somebody. She took that shit and bought that shit and put it on social media. Bitch, I own you. I own your name. What's up? Take care of your business. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's how you get people. Yeah, that was like I'll tell you who it was, but that was like 5-6 years ago.
Shit, no, bitch. When I literally started my business, that's the first thing I fucking did. First of all, I secured my space, and then the next thing I did was I spent that extra Ooh, that was expensive. I spent the extra amount of money and took the steps I needed to take to secure my name. Okay, you got to secure your name to secure that bag, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be all for nothing because it's not gonna be yours. So do what you gotta do legally, sis. Anyway. So that's basically sums up me. Like, I'm happy. I've been in business for 2 years. I have a large clientele, and you just grow. Like, my biggest thing is, like I said in the beginning, believe in yourself. Don't give up. Shit's not gonna pop overnight. It took me, I've been doing makeup for now 7 years to get to where I am, and I'm still learning. Like, I'm not the best makeup artist out there. I'm a great bomb-ass makeup artist for my city, and, you know, maybe other people that follow me from different states and cities or wherever. I'm trying to get to the level where I'm international. That's when I feel like I made it, that everybody knows me. People in the UK and in different cities out there and countries. So I'm not there yet. I have a long way to go. So that sums up me.
So we'll get into me.
Period, poo.
On to me. So anyways, so I am into fashion. I'm the fashion person. I went to school for fashion and merchandising. I went to the Art Institute, and I finished it. I got my degree and everything. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. But what I can say about going to college or going to any private school, for certain majors, I just feel like now I know a little bit better. You don't necessarily have to go to school to do it. I think a big part of me, I went to school, 1, because of my parents. 2, just to say, like, oh, I got a degree. You know what I'm saying? Even though I went to school for what I loved, when you're in high school, all they teach you about is college. They don't teach you about finances. They don't teach you about credit. They don't teach you about none of this shit. So had I known about finances and credit and being an entrepreneur and doing all of this stuff, I wouldn't have went to school. I'm not using my degree right now. So it's like the shit that I want to do, I didn't really need a degree for it. But I am going to use my degree because I spent my money. So that I'm gonna, it'll happen.
You want to feel like you got your money.
Yes.
This
so
is just sitting there.
And it's like, it's a degree for something that I love. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do it. But the job I have now, it's like I just make good money, and like I'm not gonna say that I'm comfortable, but I'm trying to get out of that space into doing what I love to do. Been into fashion my whole life. My dad put me on to fashion as a little girl. I just always just like, not the finer things, but like, I don't know, my dad and my mom just spoiled me so much. So it's like, I just always like to look fly, and I just always like to look a certain way, and they always have me looking a certain way. Like, I've been getting my hair done since I was like 3-4 years old. So it's like, I'm used to a certain lifestyle. I'm used to always having shoes. I'm used to always having clothes. I'm used to always having like the latest shit. Yes, nothing changed with me. Like, this is, people, like, if you don't know me, this has been since birth. I've been this way. I've been liking shoes, liking clothes. Like I said, my dad put me onto it. And then also my sisters, I always looked at my sisters growing up like, damn, like they got a lot of clothes, they got a lot of shoes, makeup, all that shit. So it's like I grew up around it, so I had no, it's like in my heart. And so yeah, so went to the Art Institute, graduated, and like now we're here. I'm to a point in my life where it's like, okay, now you have to start doing shit for you. Like, I want to use my degree, and then I also want to get into styling. Like, people may not know, but like I style a lot of my friends, and I feel like I should just start doing it for real. Like, I need to start, like,
she be putting them on, like, me and her, we put each other on stuff,
right?
But some
like,
stuff, I be like, bitch, don't tell.
Yeah, like, I have
people
to,
like, it's it with us, but she's good at, like, you know, people.
I have a eye for shit, and it's like in my head. Like, I could be driving and I could put a look together in my head.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much I think about like clothes and shoes, and like people may think it's like crazy, but like. When you like when you're into something, you're into it. Just like if somebody's into waxing, they think about how to make their waxing business better, or make like makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to.
It makes you happy.
It makes me happy. So it's like putting looks together, even for boys. I love doing it for boys. I think boys is like the best. Yeah, like men's is like the best for me. So that's just something that I'm like starting to like I really have to start like showcasing myself. Like I'm always like a behind the scenes type girl. I don't like, y'all don't even know how many important people I've been around in my life. Like I could have been owned a long time ago. I'm just like, so like, I don't need this person, I don't need that person, but sometimes you do need to network with people, and you do need to let people know, hey, this is what I do. You know, you may never, you don't know what could come out of it. So now we're here, we're doing Girls Corner, and it's a variety of things we do: beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and like we really want this to like work. Like we just want to show like every day like what we love and what we like to do. Like nothing is gonna be fake, nothing is gonna be scripted, nothing is gonna be like out. We're not,
what you get is what you see.
We haven't even thought about the money part of it. That's how you know we just doing this. Like we're putting our money into this. So it's like we're not doing it because we can make this much money on YouTube. Like yeah, we know that. Like
we've been knowing that.
Future wise, we know how much money you can make on YouTube, and we know how much free shit you can get in.
People make money on Instagram.
Yeah, like we know that, but it's like it's not even about the money for me. Like this shit just like makes me happy.
The money will come, but if you're not passionate about it, and if you're not like doing it just because you love it,
shit is not gonna come.
It's not.
If you're doing it for a check, it's not gonna work, and people can tell when you're doing shit for a check. I would love to be a buyer for Target, like. That is the end all goal for me. Yes, like I would love to be a buyer for Target.
And we're gonna vlog more so you guys can know more personal stuff about us as well. So yeah, that concludes this video. If you guys could like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, we would greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so motherfucking much.
See you on the next one.
Bye.